Warning, spoilers ahead. Watch at your own risk.
Red Dead Redemption 2 has generated a storm on internet sites such as Reddit and GameFAQs, with players reporting a bounty poster for a girl who went missing 15 years ago. Isabeau Katharina Zinsmeister was part of a royal family who came to the USA in 1884, and was kidnapped. Many players have been trying to locate the missing princess, but she has yet to be found. Players have reported many different clues to her whereabouts, and this video will summarize our thoughts on the missing girl. Fact 1. Missing girl poster. In the town of Van Horn, you can find her missing poster outside of the saloon. Players have accounted that shortly after viewing the poster, you can encounter a man inside the saloon that references the princess and states that people have been in search for her since her disappearance and are wanting the reward for finding her. Although we were unable to record footage of this, and we have yet to encounter the man. Fact 2. Man in the woods. Around the area of Roanoke Ridge, you can interact with a lone man by a campfire who states he is a bounty hunter who relocated to the US to solve the mystery of the missing princess but spent 7 years trying to find her. And his current lead being that she was close to the area of the town of Van Horn. While we were trying to locate the lone man for this video, we ran into the man in search of his friend Gavin, which we thought was a strange occurrence. Fact 3. Girl's belongings. Inside the fencing store in Van Horn, after some inspection of the items stocked there, you can see some children's toys and a trunk with the initials IKZ on the side. This strongly suggests that the trunk and toys once belonged to the missing princess, and the kidnapper may have sold her belongings to try and remove any evidence that may link them to the kidnapping of Isabeau Katharina Zinsmeister. The only solid clue we have at the moment is that the girl's belongings are in the town of Van Horn, but may have been previously stolen or taken from some other area. There is also a Jack Hall gang treasure map that you can follow. And after finding the location of the hidden treasure, the reward is a pearl necklace that may have once belonged to the missing girl. Most people who aren't royalty or related to royalty would have found it hard to acquire some jewelry of that nature, so the Jack Hall gang may be a good lead. Fact 4. Newspaper articles. After purchasing a newspaper from one of the several newspaper salesmen located in the towns, there is an article relating to the missing princess. In the clipping it states that Isabeau Katharina Zinsmeister was taken from a hunting lodge in a remote location and was never seen or heard of again. This would mean that she was kidnapped from the hunting lodge and then relocated, most likely to the town of Van Horn, for her belongings to end up in the fencing store. Players have yet to find the hunting lodge that is mentioned in the newspaper clippings, and it could be anywhere on the map in a remote location. There have been a few interesting leads reported by players online, such as the girl in the window at Emerald Ranch and the crazy daughter at the Braithwaite Manor, but most of these have been debunked and aren't linked to the missing princess. We aren't sure whether or not the missing girl is able to be found in-game at all, or whether it is just an Easter egg to make the in-game world more immersive. However, we thought that translating the princess's name using Google Translate may give us some sort of clue. Fact 5. Name translation. Isabeau Katharina Zinsmeister. Isa translates to one in Filipino. Beau translates to beautiful, nice, or pretty in French. Katharina also translates to the name Catherine in English, or any variants of the name Catherine in other languages. The word Zins translates to interest or tribute in German, whereas Meister translates to master. This would mean the name of the missing princess would translate to in 3 separate languages, one beautiful interest master, or one nice tribute master, with the words being interchangeable. which makes us think that this name was deliberately chosen by Rockstar themselves as an Easter egg, being aware that players would be trying their best to find the missing princess. Fact 6. Time-traveling stranger. Near the town of Strawberry, there is a strange mission. A man with red hair and a birthmark on his face introduces himself as Francis Sinclair. He asks you to find rock carvings across the map, and upon finding them, some depict images that are strange for this timeline. One of the images depicts a blimp and a tower, possibly referencing Los Santos from GTA 5. After discovering all 10 carvings and returning to the cabin, there is a woman carrying a baby with red hair. She states the baby's name is Francis, and after inspection he has the same birthmark as the man encountered earlier. This indicates that the man is somehow a time traveler. And the drawings on the wall shows the man walking through portals into different time periods. The man could be linked with the Epsilon program cult from GTA 5, as the in-game website states that people with birthmarks may be descendants from the god Krath, and people with red hair aren't related to anyone else. This could also link to the disappearance of the princess due to her birthmark, and she could have time-traveled sometime in 1884. Side note: both the missing girl and the leader of the Epsilon cult both originate from Luxembourg. But this could just be coincidence. We are unsure whether the princess is able to be found in-game, or if it is an Easter egg referencing to GTA 5, but more clues are being found with each passing day, and hopefully we'll soon be able to reach a solid conclusion on the mystery of Isabeau Katharina Zinsmeister.